my God, it's a meth billboard. It's currently 5:50 in the morning. Heading up to Tuba City, Arizona today. If you haven't heard of it, that's normal. Early start, and we're off to the races. Currently leaving Phoenix Children's Hospital.
Turn right onto East Thomas Road.
And it's 225 miles from here to Tuba City. The people who I was just talking to inside the hospital, well, specifically this one guy, he said it's going to take me 8 hours to get to Tuba City. I'm like, it's 225 miles. Do you think I'm driving a horse and buggy? He's like, dude, you got a 4-cylinder. He's like, some of those hills. I'm like, what are you driving, a Model T? Like, how is that taking you 8 hours? Like, it's 8 hours, man. It's like dying laughing. Because he's so fucking wrong. The Ford Performance Calibration in my car has been an excellent upgrade. I mean, it really has kept me, I guess, happy with this car, happy with the power, driving dynamics, all that stuff. But there is one downside to it that I've come to kind of dislike, and really it's the only bad thing about the Ford Performance Calibration, and that is the difference between half throttle and full throttle is not much of a difference, or it doesn't feel like it is, because the torque curve is so steep now. I mean, it comes on very early. I think it's like 13 or 1400 RPMs. I mean, it's a ton of torque, and it's 360 foot-pounds. To refresh you on this, on exactly what the calibration does, it enhances the sound symposer, so it's a more natural engine sound, and it's less intrusive for the sound symposer. So the hose and everything is still in their stock, but it's not as intrusive, so it sounds really good. Also, it takes the torque up 90 foot-pounds on 93 octane, and there are dynos to support this. There's also dynos for 91 octane, which I have. So for me, it took it up 80 foot-pounds of torque. So I have 350 foot-pounds of torque in my car on 91 octane. It's a ton. The interesting, it does not increase horsepower. It changes where peak power comes on, but it doesn't increase it at all. I promise you, I know that. It doesn't. Some people are like, it increases at 25. Like, I know it doesn't. I know it does not do that. So, on top of all of that, it also keeps the efficiency the same when you're just driving your car. Now, when I'm on at full throttle, it uses a lot more fuel, but when you're just driving, it doesn't change the efficiency of your car, and that's also something that was important to me while I'm currently in Flagstaff area, so there's a massive mountain to my left. I'll get some drone shots on the way back. This calibration's been great. The one downside is the difference between half and full throttle, I feel, is very little. And I think that's because of how steep the torque curve is, and then it falls off, and it's not as linear of a power band as it used to be. So when I'm zipping around town, I'm like, holy hell, this car is fast. Like, I'm just barely getting on the throttle and it's flying. But then when you get on at full throttle, it's not that much of a difference. So it feels kind of weird. You know, it's nice to have all that torque so early, but it's also fun when you fully floor it and then all of that power linearly comes on. So that's really the only downside that I've found over, I think I've had this for over 2 years now. But that's really the only bad thing about it. And other than that, it's been excellent. I mean, just even when there's heat soak and the engine is, there's a lot of people in the car, it just has so much torque that it just doesn't matter. And when you tell people, it's like, yeah, I have a Ford Focus ST, like, what type of power does that thing have? Well, it's 252 horsepower, 270 torque. That's impressive alone. But then when you say, well, this one actually has 360 foot-pounds of torque, this has 360 horse-foot-pounds of torque. They're like, holy hell! Like, a lot of trucks don't have that haul things. So it is impressive power for this front-wheel drive car. And really, the only thing you need to make it absolutely perfect would be a limited slip differential for tighter turns. It would just make the front end a little more intelligent when you're coming into a sharp turn. It wouldn't load up. It would reroute the power to the wheel with the grip. So that's really the only thing. But it's been great, and the fact that you can buy a brand new Focus ST and throw the calibration on it, get that extra power, and still be covered under warranty is also a big value to some people that like to protect their warranty. My car is out of warranty at this point, and I'm going to hit 50,000 miles today, so expect a 50,000 mile review coming soon. But that's about it. I'm just going to kind of vlog the rest of this trip, but stay tuned for it. I'm going to do some cool drone footage and everything, so I think you'll appreciate that. I'm just going to get, I haven't used the drone in a while. I'm just still laughing at those people who I was talking to at the hospital saying this is going to take me 8 hours. I am 1 hour away. I'm 68 miles away from my destination in Tuba City. So take a look at Tuba City on the map if you want to see where I'm going. It is in the middle of nowhere. It's like Hills Have Eyes territory. Cool little town, Tuba City, but it just looks extremely depressed. I'm not sure what the population is, I have to look that up, but it looks like at one point it was really cool. This is like their main strip here where the hospital is and all these little homes, and this one is totally abandoned. It's just sad, because at one point it was probably a booming little town, and now everything is boarded up and abandoned, and these trees, even these massive trees, I don't know, makes you appreciate what you have when you see places like this. But if the people living here are happy, then that's all that really matters. Those drone shots are gonna be sick. I'm excited to edit that. But yeah, just out here in the middle of nowhere. You can see these mountains way off in the distance actually are snow-capped still. Beautiful. You walk, and it's kind of scary. You actually walk to the edge of this, and this is all loose. Like, if I press hard enough, it just collapses. It's not that far down, but... Back on the road again. Back tire looks really nice here. Clean with all the dust. Clean with all the dust, I just said. Moron. On a bit. On the way up, I was like, man, the right lane is always getting all the passing lanes. And now, on the same exact road on the way down, I'm like, man, the left lane is always getting all the passing lanes. Oh, you're so funny, Ben. You piece of shit. The speed limit should just be drive at what you feel is safe. And and I think people should just adjust from there. Because this road is dead flat and about 70 miles long. So they save lives, you can too. Oh my god, it's a meth billboard. You know, they like joke about this being meth country. Stop meth abuse. I've never seen a meth billboard. But I agree, it's gotta stop. It's gotta stop somewhere.